Please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my latest video has come. And to learn more and to find a video relevant to you, please do check out my videos list.
Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. In a certain period of a life when everything is not going well, and in fact there is more of a downturn, especially because of the pandemic around us and because of the situation, a lot of us have had our lives affected more or less in a similar fashion, where we are not able to go out and a lot of things are not moving forward, and in a certain way we feel a sort of locked up situation, especially where the lockdowns in our states, in our countries have been enforced for some time since the pandemic started. So obviously the question arises that how much is the Deshkal Patra situation, the pandemic situation, is affecting our lives, or in general how much does the external environment affect our lives? And secondly, does it play a part in certain placements in a horoscope where malefics have taken over a horoscope, or malefics tend to influence a horoscopes more than the benefics? So in such a situation, if in general we have had not such a good life so far, maybe slightly tough or maybe more tough life so far, or going through ups and downs, a roller coaster ride where frustration, anxiety, some successes and a lot of challenges or roadblocks, that is what we have faced so far, then it could have been that during the Deshkal Patra situation, where external forces are active more than our horoscopes, they also are adding to what the horoscope is already giving us. So it could be a double whammy. So if we have been facing challenges more in the last 2 to 3 years, not just because of the pandemic, but in the last 2.5 to 3 years, where Jupiter has not gone through some good transits, then it is high time we reflect it strongly into our horoscopes and see whether malefics are taking over our horoscope, or have taken over our horoscope, or influence our horoscope more, or influence the more important areas of our life. So how do we see that, and what do we do to be able to reduce the challenges brought about by those malefics and increase the auspicious nature of the benefic planets in the horoscope? Firstly, irrespective of which planet is a yoga karaka or a maraka for us, generally malefics do tend to give some challenge or the other, even if they are yoga karaka, even if they are placed in an exaltation sign. Malefics will play a certain role in bringing challenges and obstacles from a worldly point of view, from a materialistic point of view. Though malefics actually tend to help us with our karma, they make us go through those challenges, because of which the higher learning comes into our lives, and then we move up in the spiritual realm, because our understanding of the zodiac, the understanding of the supreme energy comes higher, or becomes higher, or gets elevated, because we share the suffering of our fellow human beings. If everything is hunky-dory in our lives, then no spiritual elevation happens, no higher learning happens, because we have not gone through any of those challenges, frustrations, anxieties, obstacles in our lives. And so the high learning doesn't come up, the spiritual elevation doesn't come up. So malefics are not so bad from a karmic point of view. However, because we see malefics or benefics more from a worldly point of view, hence malefics do tend to give us challenges, even if they are very well placed, even if they are in a very strong yoga. So how do malefics affect our lives and control our lives more, and how do they completely overshadow our lives? One way of looking at it is, when you look into your horoscope, see whether malefics are strongly influencing the Lagna itself by virtue of either conjunction in the Lagna or aspects to the Lagna. So if there are two malefics placed in the Lagna, or there is an influence on the Lagna by either one malefic being placed there and aspected by another two malefics, or a malefic ruling certain houses, important houses in the horoscope, and then affecting the Lagna, then obviously we tend to have more challenges in the life. Say for example, Saturn is placed in the Lagna itself in Aries in a debilitation sign, And Saturn with the third aspect is aspecting the sign of Gemini. Now Gemini's ruler is Mercury. Mercury is a benefic. The other is Saturn, while placed in the Lagna, is aspecting the 7th sign, the Libra sign. Libra sign is also ruled by Venus, which is also a benefic. And thirdly, there could also be a malefic aspecting the Lagna. Either Rahu or Ketu could also be aspecting the Lagna. So here, not only is the Lagna being influenced by Saturn and say a Ketu or a Rahu aspecting it, plus Saturn in its debilitation sign is also aspecting the signs of benefic planets. And in turn, if Saturn also aspects any of the benefic in its third aspect or through its 7th aspect or its 10th aspect, then you add the challenges to our lives. In fact, if Saturn aspects any two benefics, then whatever the placement of Saturn could be, it will bring down issues and challenges, increase the issues and challenges and bring down the auspicious nature of these benefics, because Saturn's aspect is more harmful than its conjunction when placed in a certain horoscope. Irrespective of how strongly Saturn is placed in the horoscope, it will add those challenges. And if Saturn along with another malefic, strong malefic, gets associated with the Lagna, then it adds to the challenges, adds to the worries of the person. For example, for a Cancer ascendant native, you will find that both Venus and Mercury are malefic planets. So if both Venus and Mercury are placed in tough placements, they are placed either in the Dusthanas or get placed in the Kendra houses, especially houses which they are not ruling. For example, for a Cancer native, the 4th house is ruled by Venus, but if Venus doesn't get placed in the 4th house but goes and gets placed in the say 10th house in Aries sign, then too there could be challenges related to career, related to how the career moves up and how much auspicious materialistic favors Venus is giving to such a person. So irrespective of what your ascendant could be, whatever malefics you have for that particular ascendant, even a natural benefic can become a functional benefic like we just saw for a Cancer ascendant native, then there could be more challenges which can come upon in the lives. For example, for a Leo ascendant native, Venus is the strong malefic, and Venus gets placed, for example, in the 4th house in Scorpio sign, or Venus gets placed even in the 7th house, though it is the Karaka of the 7th house, but if Venus is placed in the sign of Aquarius in the 7th house and under the aspect of Saturn, then too there could be challenges both in the marital life as well as in general life, how good auspicious nature is being given by Venus, because Venus is the strong malefic for a Leo ascendant native. So we should just not see that a planet is placed in its own natural house, so it will give good results. We should also see whether the planet is malefic for that particular ascendant and then controlling important houses, the Kendra houses. So here, for example, for a Leo ascendant native, if Venus is aspecting the Lagna while being placed in the 7th house, being a malefic, and one or two other placements also get placed either in the Lagna, say Saturn gets placed in the Lagna, or Saturn or a Rahu or a Ketu also aspecting the Lagna, then too you can say malefics have taken over their life, malefics have taken over the Lagna, are influencing the Lagna. So very, very important that malefics should be reduced in their control of the Lagna or the Lagna Lord. So if Saturn is placed in the Lagna and aspecting the Lagna Lord also, then too there is a challenge here. If the Lagna Lord is placed in a tough placement and the Lagna is also aspected by two malefics, or any two malefics get placed in the Lagna while the Lagna Lord is either debilitated or combusted or itself in a tough placement, then too you can say malefics are controlling the life or overtaking or overshadowing the life. The other thing is, which are the important houses which bring about gains? The biggest gain bringing houses in the horoscope are the trine houses. Apart from the Lagna, the 5th house and the 9th house houses are also very important gain bringing houses, very auspicious houses. And the Lakshmi Yoga gets associated also with the trine houses. And so if malefics get aspected, malefics are aspecting the trine houses, are getting placed in the trine houses, then there could be more challenges which they bring about, especially if they are functional malefics for that horoscope. Even if they are not natural malefics, but if they are functional malefics for that particular ascendant, and then they get placed in the trine houses, then they can reduce the auspicious bringing nature or the luck that the 5th house and the 9th house, the houses of gains, can bring you, and the challenges can be increased. So one, if the Lagna is strongly afflicted and the Lagna Lord is strongly afflicted, Kendra houses are placed with or associated with malefics either in conjunction or with aspects, and as well as the Lagna is also inflicted or the Lagna Lord is afflicted. So the more number of associations with the Lagna Lord, with the Kendra houses or the trine houses, more challenges you will find in your life. So if all the 3 houses, the trine houses, have some of the association of malefics, either by conjunction or by aspects, then too you can say your life is being controlled by malefics, and a lot of results in your life will be overshadowed by or influenced by malefics. The other is when you have some bad doshas in your horoscope, and if these doshas get associated with your Kendra houses or the trine houses. For example, you have a Shrapet dosha between Saturn and Rahu, either in the Kendra houses or the trine houses, or you have a strong Vish dosha with Saturn and Moon placed together again in the Kendra houses or the trine houses, or you have Ketu with a benefic being placed in either the Kendra houses or the trine houses, or you have an eclipse in the horoscope with Rahu or Ketu being placed either with Sun or with Moon, and the Lagna and the Lagna Lord being influenced by malefics, then too you can say that the life is being influenced by malefics, and the malefics are controlling most of the areas of your life and the situations in your life. So these challenges can definitely come about to our life. Secondly, if there are malefics placed in all the Kendra houses, or at least take 3 Kendra houses. So if Saturn is placed in the 4th house, Rahu and Ketu go into the Lagna in the 7th house respectively, and another malefic like a Mars gets into the 10th house, then too this can be a challenging situation. So by Rahu and Ketu getting either into the Lagna in the 7th house or the 4th and the 10th house, and any one malefic going into any of the other 2 houses, then too you can say the malefics are controlling your life to a large extent, because Rahu and Ketu have taken over Kendras and another malefic is associated with any of the other 2 houses. If you have malefics aspecting the benefics, especially strong malefics aspecting the benefics, for example a Venus under the aspect of a Mars and say a Mercury under the aspect of a Saturn, or even if of a Rahu and Ketu, any 2 benefics when they are overshadowed with or conjuncted with or aspected by any other malefics, strong malefics like Rahu or a Ketu or a Saturn or a Mars, then too the auspicious bringing nature of the benefics is reduced considerably, and then because the benefics are not strong, they are not able to give you good results, prosperous results, so the malefics tend to take over, or the influence of the malefics increases in your horoscope. So that is the other thing, that benefics should not be under the influence of strong malefics. And if the benefics are under the aspect of a malefic placed in the Kendra houses, then what is the malefic doing? Controlling the Kendra houses and aspecting a benefic. For example, a Rahu and Ketu placed in the 4th and the 10th house, and Ketu aspecting 1 or 2 benefics in the 2nd house. So Rahu in the 4th, for example, Ketu in the 10th house, 2 benefics placed either in the 2nd house or even in the 6th house, where Ketu's 5th aspect is falling on the 2nd house and its 9th aspect is falling on the 6th house. So there also strongly the benefic giving nature of benefics is reduced. So one should look into these deeply before one concludes whether benefics are able to give you auspicious results or not, or malefics have taken over your horoscope. The other is the entire life may not be overcome by malefics, though they are strongly placed in your horoscope. There could be one period which has become more challenging for you, especially when the Desh Kal Patra situation has kicked in, or the situation around is not so very good. Economic situation is not good, social situation is not good, the country itself is going through challenges where external factors are affecting your career, your job, your relationship or whatever. and on top of that your horoscope is playing havoc also. However, there could be some periods which are more challenge bringing periods than the others, especially if you are going through a tough dasha and antardasha and a tough transit, and all the three, the dasha, antardasha and the transit, all are being controlled by malefics or being influenced by malefics. Either the dasha and antardasha itself is of two malefics, or of functional malefics, or those benefics which are in conjunction with or under aspects of malefics, plus a transit of a tough malefic which is challenging in your horoscope is going over the kendras, especially over the Lagna or the Lagna Lord, or aspecting the Lagna or Lagna Lord, or going over the kendra houses and the trine houses. Then two challenges can be substantially increased in your life during that phase, and that could be a tough phase for you for those number of years or those number of months. So all these attributes affect our life, especially even if a horoscope is decent, but the Desh Kal Patra situation, the external situation is a challenging situation, then malefics tend to also get heightenedly increased in their strength, and they tend to control our horoscopes more, especially higher in times of their dashas, antardashas or their transits. Or if the dasha and antardasha of a malefic is not on, but they are conjuncted with the planet whose dasha or antardasha is on or under aspect, then two malefics get activated, and then they can tend to control major portions of a life, or major situations in a life, or major areas of a life. Sometimes we tend to ignore, because the dasha and antardasha of a malefic is not on, so we tend to think about, oh, the dasha of benefics is on, then why am I still going through challenges? It could be because the malefics are still controlling your horoscope, is still controlling the important areas of your life and not allowing the benefics to function. So a deeper, closer look has to be looked into your horoscope, where the malefics have overtaken your horoscope or influencing your horoscope, or have taken over the phase or period of your horoscope and not allowing auspicious results to come back. So what do you do if you are able to see that malefics have taken over your horoscope and giving you challenge? First thing to do is to start mirroring the good results that particular malefic can give you. For example, depending on the ascendant, for example, we just talked about for a Leo ascendant native, Venus is a malefic planet. So tend to become the better part of the malefic, or become on the better behavior connected with the malefic. So for example, Venus is a natural benefic, but for a Leo ascendant native becomes a functional malefic. So it will give you challenges, especially if it's placed in tough placements for a Leo ascendant native, especially if it's also under the aspect of other malefics. So what do you do to increase the auspicious nature of Venus, or to reduce the negative controlling nature of Venus in the horoscope? Here one tends to shun materialistic nature, try and be better behaved or more respectful towards the opposite gender, whether you're a man or a woman. And third, be very, very consistent in your relationships, keep a focus on your relationship, give due respect to the relationship, and be committed to the relationship. And most important, because Venus stands for balancing, be a more balancing factor, or be more balanced in how you see life, how you see relations, how you see work. If you are not focusing, or if you are neglecting any important area connected to Venus, whether relationship or your hygiene or respect for the opposite gender, or too much indulgent in unethical, immoral conduct related to how you acquire materialistic results in your life, or how you deal with a relationship, or how committed you are, or you have a roving eye, then Venus tends to give you more challenges. So when you play into the hands of a malefic which is already strong in your horoscope, then the malefic tends to control more areas of your life and tends to give you more challenges. If you are better behaved, connected to the malefic which has taken over your life, then the malefic also softens its blows on you, and then you can reduce its tendencies, plus increase the auspicious giving nature of benefics in your life by again becoming a better part of the nature of the characteristic of the benefic. For example, if Jupiter is strong in your horoscope and you want to make it stronger, because it is not able to give you as much auspicious results as it should, especially because it is under the control of Malefic itself, then be more large-hearted. Also try and use your experiences to get closer to the Lord and be more grateful, and be patient also and work towards it. Depend on the wise counsel of others and add to your learning by spending time with those people who themselves are wise and are very mature, and get closer to the Lord by submitting to the will of the Lord, and you will find that slowly challenges will reduce, the strength of the Malefics will increase, and the benefit giving nature of Malefics will increase, and the malefic giving nature of those Malefics will reduce, and the life will become more balanced. It will take time to slow it out and ease it out. However, you will find with consistent effort in the direction of controlling the Malefics, controlling the Malefics, and increasing the strength of the Malefic, you will start getting good results. And over a period of time, when you continue with the same characteristics that you've started to do by being better behaved, connected to the characteristics of the planet, then you will start attracting more auspicious results and keep the benefits at bay. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links given below. Until some other time with some other video, this is your friend, astrologer and guide Irfan, signing off. Ciao.